My name is the Laser Bagel. Welcome to another video. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome yourself.
I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're bad characters. I got a video about defending Syndicate.
The sites that we get in game. When I first bought this game, I thought that we were gonna get the M16 sites. You know, that's your auto combo if you keep pressing it.
I've been on YouTube for about 7 years, and never in my life would I have thought that I'd make it to 1,000 subscribers. It's been a long road of discovery and trial and error, but I think now I can safely say I'm happy with the content I create and the community that I've garnered. To celebrate the occasion, I thought it would be a cool idea to look back on the path that has brought us to where we are now, and go through the history of my YouTube career, if you want to call it that. I'll discuss the highs and lows as we make our way from my humble days as a 13-year-old obsessed with Assassin's Creed to the tax-paying adult I am now who rambles about dead games. Rather than asking you to subscribe like I usually do after the intro, I'm actually going to thank you for this milestone. As I'm writing this, the community has grown to over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you supporting the content that I make. I hope I can continue to provide excellent content for years to come. I even want to thank some of you for checking out the RatedEm live channel, as it's been gaining a few subscribers as of late. I don't really mind if you choose not to subscribe to it, as I know the content isn't everyone's interest, and it's not even my main focus when it comes to YouTube, but for those who have shown the extra support, I really do appreciate it. Alright, let's start at the beginning with Laser Bagel. Laser Bagel was the first channel I had which, in its prime, focused on Assassin's Creed content. I say quote-unquote in its prime because I sorta dabbled in Call of Duty content prior to the complete dedication into Assassin's Creed content. I'll quickly discuss the Call of Duty content before I jump into discussing the Assassin's Creed stuff. I uploaded a bunch of cut commentaries where I just play against bots and snipe and talk about random stuff, and I'll admit 13-year-old me was funny. I was rewatching some of these videos and I was actually laughing at my own remarks and jokes. Not really much I can say though, like I said, it was just hit record, talk about something, snipe some bots, and upload. I switched to Assassin's Creed content around early 2017, with my first video being a review on Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is still my favorite game in the series. From that point forward, I made tons of videos speculating leaks about the at the time upcoming Assassin's Creed Origins, as well as just uploading general gameplay videos from various games in the series. In 2018, I was slowly becoming burnt out on Assassin's Creed content due to the lack of topics to cover and just general video ideas. Origins ended up releasing, and to be honest, it wasn't what I expected. It was around this time I discovered channels like Nitro Rad, Scott the Woz, and Brutal Moose, and the types of videos that they made seemed like a really fun type of video to do. I had a second channel titled RatedEm, and I thought uploading my shot at the genre on there would be a non-disruptive way to try out a new form of content. This leads into the next chapter of our story.
Hey everybody, this video is Rated M.
On July 21st, 2018, I uploaded a quote-unquote review for a scripted karate instructional video I watched as a kid, titled Tommy Nitro's Karate Adventure. At the time, I thought it was just this flawless, perfect pilot episode to a new series, but watching it back now, ugh. So yeah, the new series I had decided to start would be an AVGN clone, even though I didn't know who AVGN was. But you know what? I had fun, and it inspired me to make more episodes of it. I was making like an episode a day. I was just pulling shit out of my ass. I reviewed like Doom 1, the Cars video game, just a bunch of random stuff. But honestly, I didn't care what I made content about. I just had fun writing the scripts and recording the videos. I will admit though, the video I did on video game peripherals is one of my favorite episodes of RatedEm of all time. Sure, the mic quality is garbage, but I don't know, I think it's just the topic at hand was really interesting, and I wish I had made more videos like it. I mean, I kinda still do. I consider my 7th gen games video along the same lines as this one. Anyways, I chose Princess Peach as my quote-unquote avatar at this time, and I think it was around this time that the seeds to the flowers of my feminine side were being planted. Now, here we are, 2023, I'm gender fluid. Ain't that something? I love doing this RatedEm series so much because I had so many options when it came to what I could make a video on. Because of this, I decided to leave the Assassin's Creed community and make RatedEm my main series. In late 2018, however, I would move from Alberta, Canada to Ontario, Canada, and I would be thrown into a new school and a new lifestyle, and I had to adjust to a new setup for RatedEm. RatedEm Season 2 is probably my least favorite era of content that I've ever made. It was just so disconnected in terms of aesthetic and quality, and even compared to the first season where I was just trying shit out. I think the Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe video was pretty decent, and it gave life to the recurring character of the Ghost of Halloween. Now that I think about it, the Kate Diaz pop figure was also introduced in the season. Season 2 might actually be a pretty important season in terms of lore. In my opinion, I find it as the weakest Rated M season. I was constantly changing the editing style, the writing wasn't great, and I think I was kind of falling into a rut with this series because I knew the content I was making wasn't great. It was around here I took a break from Rated M and I just focused on school and hanging out with friends. I want to throw in a little bonus and discuss Iron Lung Productions, which was a channel I started with a few friends from Ontario. We made a recreation of a scene from Romeo and Juliet for a school project, and we had so much fun making it, we thought about just doing more little short films just for our own fun. While I consider the channel quote-unquote complete, all the videos are still up to view. It's just a lot of stupid skits, and they're not meant to be taken seriously, and there's a few in-jokes here too that might not make sense, but I'm pretty proud of almost all the videos on that channel. I'd say it's a bonus because it kind of falls across the previous era and the next era, but it wasn't really a sequential era in itself. But I'll admit, I loved making videos for that channel. I think ILP is the one project in my life that I'm most proud of, more than Rated M. While I'm very appreciative of what I've accomplished with this channel, ILP was just me and my friends hanging out and filming stupid shit, and I loved it. During my break from Rated M after its second season, I really got into fighting games, and I got back into Call of Duty. I got back into watching all the old content creators I used to watch even before the Assassin's Creed days, and I started to miss making content like that. Content where I could just play a game and talk about something seemingly random. That's when I thought of starting a new channel entirely titled Vision. Well, before Vision it was New Legend, but once I came up with the name Vision, it was a no-brainer to rebrand. I started making cutcoms again, but I also started doing tutorials, mainly for the fighting games that I played. I was really into Dragon Ball FighterZ, so I made a bunch of character tutorials that were intended for newcomers to fighting games. DBFZ was like my main game alongside Modern Warfare 2019, so I chose Android 17 to be sort of my avatar for this channel. He's my favorite character from Dragon Ball, so I used him in all of my layout artwork. I branched out to other fighting games too. I discovered Mortal Kombat 11, which is now one of my favorite fighting games of all time, and I slowly dropped off Modern Warfare once Warzone became more of a priority to the devs than multiplayer. I will admit, the videos I made under the Vision moniker were not only fun to make, but they weren't terrible videos either. However, during this period of my life and YouTube career, I was extremely unhappy with who I was. I was always angry, I found myself being a lot more toxic of a person. I think this was just from getting used to the pandemic, but God, I hated who I was during this time. I needed to change, I needed to return to who I was. I resumed making content for Rated M by coming back with a video about my game collection that I had at the time. Not only did this video actually perform pretty well, but it got me back into making Rated M episodes again, and I felt like myself too. I took what I had learned from working on short films for ILP and used it to fuel the skit side of Rated M. Season 3, even though its episode count is barren compared to the others, is my personal favorite season from the original 3 seasons of the show. It was a good mix of review, skit, and informative content. The sequels video was pretty good, and same with the Street Fighter 1 video. Around 2021, I would move back to Alberta, Canada. I started watching a lot more video essay content, and I was slowly growing out of the skit-based content for Rated M. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but I slowly realized that I couldn't do it forever. I released a video shortly after that discussed 2 similar games with vastly different fates, Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Online. This video would change Rated M forever. It was fun to write and research, and it felt even better to put together. I realized that this is the direction I want Rated M to go in moving forward. I took an awkward half year off YouTube because 2022 was literally the worst year of my life, but in the latter half of that year, I came back to the video essay style content swinging. I made a video about Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, followed by a video about Dante's Inferno, which actually did really well. I then followed it up with a video about Alice Madness Returns, which did the channel wonders, and my inspiration and motivation for the channel was in full motion. Rated M was in a state I was happy with making, and I still am to this day. I've started a new series on the channel, I'm doing big events like letting you all vote in an award show about the channel. Rated M is in the best place it could be right now, and here we are. Now, we've grown the community to over 1,000 members, I'm making content that I love creating, and things are only getting bigger and better from here on out. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm extremely thankful for what we've created on Rated M. With a bigger community, I'm excited to try new projects and create new types of content to entertain you all. This is really just the beginning.